So I did create. This is the Trello template that I use to really plan out my week. I'm going to go through this Trello template and tell you all about what's going on in here and how you can use it to help you plan out your week. Okay, so this is a blank template. This is actually the template that I use, so it does still have my clients on it. Over here at the inbox portion. So there is a Trello power up that you can use, and let me get to that. If you go up here to power ups, you can add Gmail. And once you add Gmail, you are able to get new cards on Trello every time you get an email. So we're going to go ahead and configure this just so that you all can see what's going on once you do that. So we will install Trello for Gmail, continue. Create new cards on your Trello boards without leaving your inbox. Okay, so that one is for when you want to create new cards as far as like creating tasks from your emails, and I definitely need that. They also have Gmail by Cardbox, and for this one you can use Gmail right in your Trello board. So the whole reason why I created this Trello board is so that it will be a dashboard for my business. I need everything to just be in one space so that I can kind of have somewhere to retreat to when I'm working. And I also use Trello with my clients. And sometimes when you are working with clients, like it's easy to get off task. It's easy to, communicate via text and communicate in Messenger and communicate in Boxer. But really, when I have this set up properly, then I'm able to communicate with my clients in one space. We can collaborate better on projects. It really just keeps everything like all in one. And then for my ADHD brain, it keeps me like focused. Like, okay, everything's coming to me in this one area. I know that daily I need to check into this one area, and I'm going to have everything that I need to, jumpstart my day and jumpstart getting tasks done. Connect multiple inboxes, connect personal, private, or team shared inboxes, new, attached multiple emails per card, view your inbox in bulk email. Okay, bulk. Okay. Assign create cards for emails. Okay, reply directly from Trello cards. I love that. So that means that I can spend less time on Gmail and more time inside of my Trello. Create cards from Gmail with optional Gmail add-on, view Gmail labels. Okay, great. So this is honestly, new messages appear instantly. Oh, great. Okay, so there is all types of ways for you to pull in email content. I just showed you two apps, and kind of like the inner workings of those apps is what they kind of do to help you streamline like your inbox process. You can also use Zaps, and they'll bring the emails in. But I like to have that there for even if when I have an assistant working with me. I don't currently. I am hoping to hire very soon. I need a right hand girly because yeah, like I need someone who's ready to just like be my right hand girly. If that's you, please reach out, because but once I have my assistant in play, then I like to have them. I like to get off Messenger, get off Boxer, get off all the platforms. And then like if I have things coming in throughout the day, I like for the assistant to update this card. If there's a messenger from one of my clients, if there is a box from one of my clients, if there is a like an email thing, but we can bring the emails in, or she can put an email in here with a screenshot and say, how would you respond to this, or what are we doing with this customer? What is the response for this, whatever, so that I could collaborate with her so that she can collaborate with the outreach of the business. So we have inbox, and then not much. So next we have task distribution. I like to keep this at the front of the board so that I can write any task that I have, whether it's whether it's a task for me or a task for a team member, I want to make sure that I'm putting all the tasks in here. And once all the tasks are put in here, then I will distribute them to either myself or to a team member or to whoever the task needs to go to. And then we have a weekly overview. So here I like to do some weekly goals. And whatever those weekly goals are for the business, I put those in here. You can do that one of two ways. It depends on how you want to view the Trello board. You can do it like this by just creating another card and sliding it under here and using this as a section, or you can go in here and you can create the goals like this. And I already kind of have it aligned out here like 1, 2, 3. So you can goals, goal, and go away. Go away. Okay, so boom, just did my goals for the week. And then there's another way that you can kind of go deeper into this is you can make them a checklist and then you say, okay, boom, not go one off the list. And y'all do the checklist thing. Please do the checklist thing because there is something like a chemical that releases in your brain when you get to check something off. So create as many checklists as you can, create as many, like areas around your days and your weeks where you can give yourself a high five for completing something. So once you figure out your goals up here, this kind of gives you the space to kind of think and really, write out your goals. And then you can come down here and, a little hack, because my channel is all about showing you what you can do, okay? You can copy and paste that. As y'all can see, I just Command C that, and then I'm going to Command B, and boom. Look at that. It just creates the checklist for you. All right. So next we have meetings this week. Same thing with meetings this week. You can do either one of those methods that I showed. I like to put my meetings in. If I already know what my meetings are going to be, I like to put them in. But if meetings pop up during the week, I like to put them in here so that when I'm going to check in on this board every day, I know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And I just have quick notes if there's any additional notes about the coming week. I also have weekly finances. I think it's really important to just continuously check in on your finance goals. We are in business to create a freedom lifestyle for ourselves. So, in order to do that, you need to make sure that you are checking in on your goals. That is going to be key to really following through and hitting those goals, because it's not about always necessarily hitting the goal like when you said you would hit it, because some people don't track goals because they're like, I don't want to be disappointed if I don't hit it on that date. But if you've been tracking all along, then you may be able to see, okay, here is the breakdown of the reason why I'm not getting over this hump, or here is what I've normally done. And, this is the amount of energy that I put towards it to get that amount. What can I do to double that? So keep up with your goals and be intentional about setting goals. Like, set them goals, girl. Okay, so weekly money goals, and of course, money goals are exciting. So I made a little GIF so that just like rolls every few seconds, and it has some moving money up there. When you purchase this template, you will receive files to customize your little file tabs and your GIF however you want them. If you want them all to be GIFs, you can do that, because there is a video included that kind of shows you how to go through and customize everything with your colors. And I also give you the actual Canva files that I use so that you can go through. If you just want to change the colors but kind of keep everything how I have it, then you can go through and do that. But if you want to switch something up, maybe your visibility, your next tab isn't visibility, maybe it's social media. So you'll be able to change your tab as well as changing the title of the card. But with weekly money goals, you go to the selling breakdown. I see this as like if you want to make $500 and you have ebooks that are $50 a piece, then you want to make sure that you put need to sell 10 ebooks. Simple stuff like that, but that lets you know how every day when you come in here, you're like, okay, I sold 2 yesterday. What do I need to do to sell 8 more this week? And then we have bills due this week. Business bills are always coming, so I like to put that here. But even if you're using this like just to manage your life, like still that's relevant. What bills are due this week? Let's make sure we stay on top of that. And then monthly goal check-in. So whatever my financial goals are for the month, I would have that there. And then that just gives me the opportunity to check in on that on a daily basis. And then you see visibility. So visibility is really important to me in this season. So I want to make sure that I am staying visible. So I want to manage the appearances that I'm having this week. And that doesn't mean like fancy like I'm going to the red carpet events. That means what clubhouse rooms am I showing up in? Do I have a planned live for either my Twitch or my YouTube or my Facebook group? Am I showing up in some way in my Facebook group? Am I showing up in some way in someone else's Facebook group on someone else's live? Am I playing whatever I'm planning to do? Do I have a podcast coming out this week? Right now, because I have my goal going on, we always know that I'll have 7 videos going out every week. So even that's something to put up here. And then we have the daily outreach goal. And again, that is either me reaching out via DMs to a certain amount of people, that could be me going into 3 clubhouse networking rooms. That could be me going on Eventbrite and finding events that I could go to online or in person. So I want to have a daily outreach goal because I need to increase the overall number of people who know about me and my business. And then we have film and record. And so this video would like that I'm recording right now is a part of my appearances this week. So I would put that in there just to go a little bit further into what the visibility is going to be, as well as planning out any TikToks, reels, all that good stuff. And then we have client management. So the client management takes us just all through the clients that I have currently. All of them are actually not even in here, but that is going to kind of give me that space to be like, okay, it's time to work on client stuff. I still, I don't have to leave this area. And that's what's important. Like once I go in here, I can click and I can literally click over to my clients. All right, now don't be acting crazy. I can literally click over to my client's brand management board and view all the things that I have going on in their stuff, because they also have a similar board like this. It's not set up exactly like this. It's set up to be more like task focused, but it is still like a Trello board for each client. And then here, as you can see, I have Monday. I used to have when you buy the template, it will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all as individual cards. Because this is my actual board that I'm about to go in and set up, I only have Monday because I really don't like seeing the whole week. So each day I just go in and I change it to Tuesday and change the graphic to Tuesday. I'm still deciding if I really want to do that or if that's too much work, but I just don't like seeing the whole week like that. I have a calendar for that, where I can like see the whole week at a glance, but in my Trello board, it just makes everything look crowded. So I don't like it. It is available in the template if you like it. And even if you do not like it, then even if you don't like it, then you can take it out just like I did. But it's there for you to plan out your week too if you want to. But yes, so on Monday, let's say that I've got everything figured out and I'm over here at my task distribution. I would probably move this down or either move Monday over and start pulling my task into whatever I need to do for Monday. And then for my assistant, I would start tagging her in the things that she needs to do. Now, the other thing that I love is the done column. So the done column has 3 sections: task complete, goal met, and meeting completed. That is another one of those ways to give myself that serotonin while I'm working and say, okay, boom, I completed that task. Boom, I met that goal. Boom, I did that meeting. Like, it's giving myself the constant reassurance that I am rocking this thing. So that was my week in review Trello board. And I hope that gave you a little bit of insights into how I plan my week out in the different aspects of things that are going on in my business and in my life. And actually, I have a separate board for planning out my life. So that would have to be a separate video. But if you want to see a video about how I actually plan out my life, then you can leave a comment in the comments below and I will definitely make that video. And if you want to purchase this template, I will leave the link for that in the description. It is available to you. And like I said, I do have videos and templates inside of the actual bundle that you'll get if you purchase this template, that will allow you to change your branding. It includes the Canva files and it also includes the Trello link so that you can copy it into your own Trello account. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like, comment, subscribe. So I